router. Okay. So we have a new GitHub component, and now our link takes us there instead of just to some JSX that we rendered. It takes us to a whole new component which just has the word testing in it, which is frankly pretty useless. So let's make it do a little something more. So let's put a form in here. First, I'll put a nice, pretty GitHub logo. Happen to have the URL handy. So I'll throw this in Slack. My image tag here. We'll throw a GitHub logo in there. Then we'll make a form. Let's make a form. No action necessary. I'll make a div. Inside the div, I'll make an input. Type of text. I'll put a placeholder in there. It says, enter a GitHub user. We'll make a, what do I do? We'll make another div underneath this with a button in it. It will be a submit type button. And I'll have it say, look up GitHub user. Cool, I've got a little CSS for this. Just for the sake of keeping it organized, I will put it in a separate CSS file from the other stuff. So I will make a new file, github.css, named exactly like the component, with a capital letter and all. Paste in my style, which is coming to your way in Slack right now. Just a little bit of style. And then we'll import that here. So we're using real CSS instead of CSS in JavaScript this time, for the sake of speed. So we'll import ./github.css. You don't import something from it, you just import it. Now there's nothing that actually ties this CSS to this component. If I didn't have my class names written right, it could leak outside of this component. It doesn't really matter which file you import these things in. Just for the sake of keeping your code organized, do I do it this way. So make a new CSS file, paste that stuff in there, import it here, and let's see what we got. All right. So here's our home page. Click the link above, and I get this. And we want this to probably do something. So that's supposed to be a GitHub username. So how about we add a little state to this rascal? Yeah, fancy. Add some state with username, which we will initialize as an empty string. And then, of course, my input, I will say value equals this.state.username, which we know now means at the moment can't type anything in there, right? I need handle change, which will receive an event as an argument. And we'll do this.setState. Username we will set to event.target.value. We used to this by now? So now let's look at our dev tools. This is our GitHub components, right? Here's my state. I have username is blank. Start typing. And it still doesn't work because I didn't put the on change. Here's my input. On change equals this.handle change. Now, state username is blank. Start typing something. And there we go. Totally works. So update username and state from form. So we have a controlled form now.